All right, strap yourselves in, everyone, because let me tell you, following Flamengo is like hopping on a roller coaster blindfolded after a couple of espressos.
And with a mischievous commentator throwing firecrackers at your feet every now and then, just for good measure.
Uh-huh, exactly. And speaking of fireworks, this past month has been a doozy, even for Flamengo. Coaching changes, star player drama, off-field controversies, it's enough to make your head spin.
Well, and we're not even halfway through the month yet.
True. So ready to dive into the latest Flamengo saga?
Bring it on, let's do this.
All right, so first things first, let's talk about the new man in charge. Tide's out after that Copa Libertadores heartbreak, and who steps into the hot seat? None other than Mr. Flamengo himself, Filipe Luís. Talk about a homecoming.
Talk about pressure. This is a legend. We're talking about a player who's lived and breathed Flamengo, and now he's got the weight of millions of fans on his shoulders.
And let's be honest, those expectations are sky high. I mean, first game in charge, Copa Brazil semifinal against Corinthians, no pressure there.
None whatsoever. But, all things considered, a 1-0 win, even if it was a bit of a nail-biter, it's a decent start.
Definitely. And you can't underestimate the importance of that win for team morale. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride recently, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. A new coach, uncertainty about the future, and then you throw in that Copa Libertadores exit. The players needed that win, and you could see it in their celebration.
Yeah, and speaking of celebrations, how about Gabigol, huh? He hasn't exactly been on fire lately, but he looks sharp against Corinthians, even scored the winner.
You know what they say? Form is temporary, class is permanent, and Gabigol. He's got class in spades.
No doubt about it. But it's interesting you mention his form, because there have been whispers, haven't there? Whispers that maybe, just maybe, Gabigol wasn't thrilled with the way things were going under Tite.
Well, there's definitely been talk of a change in atmosphere since Luís took over. Players seem more relaxed, more confident.
And a happy Gabigol is a dangerous Gabigol, let me tell you.
No arguments there.
But okay, let's move on, because as if this on-field drama wasn't enough, we've got a whole other soap opera unfolding off the pitch.
Ah, yes, the infamous Copa do Brasil scheduling controversy.
For those not up to speed, the CBF decided to change the dates of the Copa do Brasil matches, and, well, let's just say it ruffled a few feathers, particularly amongst Flamengo's rivals.
To put it mildly, Corinthians even took legal action, which, to be fair, isn't exactly unheard of in Brazilian football.
Oh, absolutely not. But it shows you how high the stakes are. We're not just talking about a trophy here. We're talking bragging rights, historical dominance, and of course, a big fat paycheck for the winner.
You got it. And then, as if things couldn't get any more complicated, you've got the whole Pedro situation. A nasty injury playing for the national team, potentially out for 8 months, and Flamengo wants the CBF to foot the bill for his wages.
Yeah, that one's a real head-scratcher. On one hand, he was injured playing for his country, but on the other, we're talking about Flamengo, a club with some seriously deep pockets. Should the CBF really be bailing them out?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it sets a dangerous precedent. What happens if a smaller club finds itself in a similar situation?
Right, it's a slippery slope. But anyway, all this is just background noise for Filipe Luís right now. He's got a job to do, and that job is winning trophies.
And he's got the team to do it too. Flamengo are still in the title race. Even if some people, like a certain outspoken commentator we all know and love, seem to doubt their commitment.
Oh, you know Mauro. Never one to mince his words. But I think that's what makes him so entertaining. But, okay, let's wrap things up. What are your key takeaways from all this? What should our listeners be keeping an eye on in the coming weeks?
Okay, so first and foremost, the second leg against Corinthians. That's going to be huge.
Absolutely massive. Win that, and they're one step closer to Copa glory, but lose.
And the pressure will be immense, especially on Luís. The other big thing to watch is how he handles the squad. Flamengos are fighting on multiple fronts, so keeping those key players fresh and injury-free is going to be vital.
So will Filipe Luís become a Flamengo legend twice over, or will this season be remembered as the one that got away?
Well, that's the beauty of it all, isn't it? The uncertainty. Yeah. We get to sit back, watch it unfold, and enjoy the ride.
And what a ride it promises to be.